Here we go. Catch it, drive them back, tag, then throw. This is Tim Corbin, head baseball coach at Vanderbilt University. We're going to take the Casey Pro machine and we're going to use it for ground ball work. A fungoed ball a lot of times gets a lot of backspin, and you don't see a lot of backspin balls off a bat in a game. We take the ATEC soft compression ball and we utilize this a little bit more because it allows us to get a more distinct hop and a more of a topspin hop. And that's more realistic to what you're going to see in the game. The topspin hop's important because what it does is it makes the infielder get his hands out in front, unlike maybe a ball that's hit with a lot of backspin off a fungoed bat. Because of the compression ball, it allows the infielder to develop some type of confidence on getting underneath the ball. If the ball was hard, they might pull off of it. So let's show you how this is done. I have the ability to take the speed control, and by varying the controls a little bit, I can bounce it up just a couple of notches and move the bottom one a little bit down to get more of a distinct topspin hop. The other adjustments that can be made is down here, there's a lever down here that allows you to move it left and right. I tighten this up just a little bit, but I don't adjust it too much. I can move it left and right when I want to move the infielder. And also, the control lever on the right allows me to move the machine up and down. Once I get it to a setting that I want, I lock it in by tightening it up. Here what we can do is we can move the infielder in at short distances, and I just get his hands loose. We're taking this thing off the field so that we can work on a harder surface here and get a little harder of a bounce. We get underneath the ball, we get our butt down, we get our hands out in front, and by telling them to get underneath the ball, really in essence what we want them to do is get their eyes underneath the baseball and get as wide as they can and field the ball off their glove hand eye. Now what we've done is once we've brought this on the field and we've done ground ball work, we go back to our regular hard ball because we want something more realistic. The lead-up drills were done with softer balls, but since we're going to the field, we're going to break out the regular hard ball. I've got the top dial at about a 6 or a 7, and I've got the bottom dial at a 2 to a 3. That gives you a pretty medium struck ball in which they can work through it. We're working on fundamentals of fielding ground balls properly, having them deliver the ball, working on exchanges, getting rid of the ball into the ATEC catch net, and then following the throw just like they would in a game. I tell our infielders to split their feet to get their weight on the balls of their feet so they can come get the ball. Now you probably ask yourself, well, I could do this with a bat. Well, you might be able to do it with a bat, but because I've got the machine, I can control the ball a little bit more. Gives me the spin I'm looking for, a harder ball. Guys can work on their feet, they can work on the exchange. I think a lot of people look at the Casey Pro machine and utilize it as more of a pitching machine, but the more we've been around it, we do utilize it for hitting, but we're utilizing it a lot for ground ball work. Okay, good fellas, good. Did a nice job.